Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I really do appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is we're doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into calm. I say Eva, como se la frimensa. Oh, she's so dusty. But she came over right as I started the stream as well. Today, my my streaming camera, or my streaming phone, I could say as well, was like a little bit of a fluke case. When I put it on the wireless charger, it didn't charge. So when I usually come to stream, it was completely dead. So I had to postpone the streaming time by about 50 minutes or so, which is just not something I've done once this year. And it's really bringing a lot of things to my mind, especially in the case of how we have this insistent need to plan things and control things, and we want things to be in a certain way. Like we expect things to happen exactly as we have planned for them to be, and in that imagination, if you will, we set up these idealistic outcomes. So where the phone, for example, not charging, it is not exactly the idealistic outcome that I want or that I imagine for today, and yet I can allow it to upset me. And as soon as I saw it, the first thing that came to mind was just this, like, of course, like not even a surprise. Like there's this, it's a baby. Yeah, it's the baby. Like there's this, there she goes. There's this very real recognition that everything you experience is something you can take responsibility for. So, like for example, this phone thing not charging. Like if I wasn't doing something with my phone, it wouldn't really be a problem for me if it didn't charge, because I would just be like, okay, this is how it is. No problem with it. Just gonna continue on with my day, charge it, and then get to it a little bit later. But in a case where I want to use it to stream, for example, and I know it won't last long enough, if it's like only on, I think it was on 11% or something. 11% or something. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to stream with that amount of battery, so I had to adjust and set up the stream time to be a little bit later. And like the first, like, this is okay. The point I'm trying to get to actually is this quote by, I think it was Seneca, or it was Marcus Aurelius, and he says something about it's only a fool who will be surprised by anything that happens naturally, or happens in nature, or just happens in life, because there's just so much variation and so much possibility and so much randomness to it as well, that it's always this case of being surprised by the things that you think you you understand, or the things you feel you now have a grip on. And this is something I've heard, like, talking to a lot of older people, like always asking the question of, like, how can I learn from people who have more experience than me? How can I understand where they came from, where it is they're going? And like, almost it's a trend, all of them say, like, you should never come to a point where you think you know everything. Like at least the people who are wise enough to have silenced their egos throughout the years, like, never think you know everything, because there's always going to be this variation, this randomness to our world, and it's gonna throw wrenches into our plans sometimes. And it's so easy for us to get caught up in this imagination that we're victims of this world, where, oh, poor little us in this world, instead of realizing that we're the ones experiencing this, and we get to experience it from such a unique perspective, such a individual perspective as well. It is something we take for granted. Like this being able to just experience this now, where we are right now, is something that's so unlikely as well. And this is something that I I really like playing with. If you think about the scale of our universe and the size of our physical human bodies, we're so small in the grand scheme of things, and yet we have such big ideas. We have such powerful feelings. We feel absolutely invigorated and sometimes completely destroyed by our own inner emotions, and we're we're literally on a cosmic scale, like almost invisible, like literally can't even be seen. Hi, Christine. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. Matthew, for me, nope, not for you, my friend. Lucky you. I want to actually set an intention for my cup of water. I'm pretty thirsty today. What is it I want to set it for? I think relaxing and calming down, because I realized as well that that is literally the only thing I can do. I feel tension. Tension is such a big part of the existences we lead in the modern world, where there's this constant, tension for something to happen. This potential energy to launch you into some direction, right? Or you should be producing this potential energy to propel you forward. uh, just I'm just gonna listen to the birds. They're probably gonna start going away soon. Makes me sad. Weather is turning. We're getting your cold. Hey DJ, good morning, man. How are you, my friend? I've been thinking about you. Hello, Javan. Was the 44% intentional? It was intentional. So, like, okay, Javan. With this lesson, I feel I'm learning right now, and to again just calming down, not over analyzing things, not pushing myself in a direction I don't necessarily feel like going in this moment. My phone, when I unlocked it to see if it was charged, or just to pick it up to come and stream, was on 11%. Then I waited for my phone to charge as much as it could, and when I picked it up, it was on 44%. So, and then, like, when I opened the chat, the amount of people watching, and now it's going to stay that way until the phone dies, is 22 people watching. So it's intentional, but it's also happening at the same time. So, like, I do definitely kind of lean into it a little bit, where I also wake up, at 4:44 a.m. I meditate for 33 minutes and 33 seconds at a time. If I take naps, I also do the same thing, where I'll split it up. And I don't know if there's any basis to it, but I'll do this thing where I'll sleep for 33 minutes and 33 seconds, then 22 minutes and 22 seconds, then 11 minutes and 11 seconds. And the amount of, I want to say, like, distance my mind goes in that little, like, power nap is every time a little bit different. So the amount I have control over, or can retain, or have a little bit more of an emotional experience with, varies depending on how long I sleep for. And then just with the amount of numbers you see looking at the clock, it happens like minimum 10 times a day. So, like, I don't, it's a weird thing. Like, I definitely don't exactly know how I feel about it, because it's not something I want to again put myself in a box with, right? It's not something I'm going to proclaim as, this is exactly who I am. I am, you know, numbers. Da da da. No, of course not. But what I do kind of think of it as an encouragement, or like a you go, if you will, like a little shout out, if that makes any sense. Just imagine, your dad being in the bleachers and just, calling your name. I feel that's what it could be, if anything. Just the universe, source, God, Bob, Abba, whatever name you want to attribute, is It's just, telling you, letting you know, reminding you, if you will, that you are loved, loving, and lovable always and forever. And as you as you go on with your day, you keep getting these reminders, and it just brings you back to that realization. We strive, we really do strive as human beings to be loved by other people, right? But I think with the realization that we are loved, we really are loved. We don't have to work for that love. We don't, like, that's what unconditional love actually means. Having that full source, that full radiance, that full spectrum of love already available to us, always and permanently, is something that is beautiful to me. Thank you for the tree hug, Naomi. I appreciate it, my friend. Tokhan says, that's what I tell the DJs to do with their elk. Sip for every upvote. A sip for every upvote. So, like, the thing is, I want to be able to read chat, uh, you know, intentionally. I don't just want it to, like, pass past me as it does. So I don't have my stats open, so I can't see time, can't see upvotes, can't see new incoming watchers. So I don't take a sip for every upvote. I just have to take sips as I'm thirsty. But water is much more positive. Water is much more hydrating as well. Thank you, my friend. I will hydrate. Happy vibes. I'm here on my native plane of the West Coast, US. Thank you, my friend, for being here with us. And hey, Aaron, I'm happy that you're here as well. How have you been, TJ? Like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to share, but TJ, in his words, is a millennial, but not the stereotypical millennial. He has a wife, and kids, and a stable job. And he's one of the friends that is sending me actually a new pashmina. I'm looking forward to it, my friend. Oh, it's going to be a good day when it arrives. Good afternoon, Melton family. Hope everyone is having a good day. Thank you, Management Annie. I believe we are. I hope we are. I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good day as well, my friend. What do you think about weed? I'm a fan, my friend. I am a fan. But so this is something I do want to say about weed, because I believe there is potential for abuse with any substance, and there is good and bad potentially in any substance. And I think the most important thing at the end of the day is going to come down to your intention with anything that you choose to do. So for me, the reason I started getting into weed is because I needed to sleep. I was on antidepressants, giving me panic attacks, night terrors. Wasn't something that was sustainable. Wasn't something that was healthy to me. So my doctor actually recommended I try marijuana. I did. I slept for the first time in ever. I started to also realize that chemicals have the potential to change me, or at least the way I feel. Started to exercise because I understood what testosterone could do for me. Started getting testosterone, gained a sense of self-confidence, and basically realized that there is this whole other world of chemical balances. And even though you have access to other chemicals outside of your body, you can still kind of influence the chemicals inside of your body with the things that you do to yourself as well. The food you eat, the physical activity that you do. I believe literally the way you shower, the way you make your coffee, you can literally change, and you can upregulate or downregulate certain expressions of genes and create for yourself a better living and a better understanding of your existence through the help of these substances. But you can also do the exact opposite with the help of, like, weed and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to your intention again, what you want to do with it, why you want to do it, and how you're going to implement the lessons that you may learn into your life. Because at the end of the day, it is so easy to kind of get into a usage trap, if you will, where you're doing something, but you're not actually retaining any information. And I believe that at the end of the day, these things that we do just give us some form of information. and literally anything. Sugar gives us information that it's good, right? It's tasty. That's the information that you're getting while you're eating it. Alcohol gives you this information of inhibition, gives you some information of maybe self-confidence, gives you information of relaxation because it upregulates your GABA response. So GABA is a relaxation hormone. So it gives you that information. Smoking cigarettes gives you this, buzz information because it's a nicotine high, which stimulates dopamine in your brain. So all of these things give us some form of information. And what we do with that information, how we use that information, usually goes into a thought of a sort of a thought pattern, right? If, for example, and this is something I actually realized, some people smoke cigarettes to calm down. So while they're smoking cigarettes, they're usually in a mindset of ranting to themselves. So they're like inner mind chatter, like I'm angry at this person. So then at some point when they're smoking a regular cigarette, even though they're not trying to calm down, they're still in this mindset of, inner chatter, trying to resolve something, some problem in life, some issue that is coming up. And it's like it's a restlessness inducer, and it's also a craving at the same time. And it can be the same thing for alcohol, where in an alcohol use case, you can, every time you use it, you're using it to maybe forget about something in your life that's bothering you, or, forget something in your past, try to forget or try to release your hold on to the future, or your worry about the future. So every time you drink, that becomes a pattern that you're repeating, trying to mediate something that you're feeling. And it becomes something that you can do it with anything. You can do it with sugar, you can do it with alcohol, you can do it with cigarettes, you can do it with marijuana. It's not about the actual substance, it's about our intention behind our use. And that's a question you have to ask yourself. And that's a question I ask myself as well. And that's why I'm answering such a long-winded way of what I think about weed. That was a very good sip. I feel pretty well rested today. Sleeping somewhere different makes me realize how much I hate my bed at home. Working towards saving for a new one though. Naomi, go and check out Purple Mattresses. I like, if you're in the market for a new mattress, I'm not in the market for a new mattress, but when I am in the market for a new mattress, I want a purple mattress, and I want you to test drive it for me because I trust your opinion. Like, check it out. I don't mean like just jump into it, but I mean like if it's in your budget or whatever. Maybe. Get a foam mattress. So no, don't get a foam mattress. Get a purple mattress. I hear that, Naomi. Currently sleeping on the floor in my new house. Takes some getting used to. So, Erin, I'm very happy that you say that actually, because that is something I've wanted to do intentionally in my life as well. Sleeping on the floor, because they say technically sleeping on the floor is like good for your back. So, how long have you been doing it? How long do you plan on doing it? And I want to know, like, when the discomfort kind of passes, do you feel you're recognizing or noticing any spinal benefits, if you will? I've tried a full foam mattress before at my parents', and it was a bit too much for me. Maybe newer ones are better though. I have absolutely zero mattress knowledge, so I have no idea what to say. You look like that one YouTuber. Wow, that's very. You know what meme you make me think of? You make me think of the Skeletor meme, where he's like, Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Yeah, there's like millions and millions of YouTubers now. Maybe I'm a little bit more specific, my friend, than I can. We call him a YouTube. Technically, yeah, maybe I am that one YouTuber who looks exactly like Meltmore. The phone one my parents had felt like we were sinking into quicksand and couldn't move or roll over. Yeah, you don't want to feel like that. You want to feel like this thing is like holding onto you, like sucking onto your body. That's kind of like, even though I'm saying you don't want that, I do want to experience it just for the sake of experiencing it. But you don't want to live with it, right? No way. This is the dude's normal voice. Whoa. You like my voice, my friend? This is my normal voice. I'm actually like usually very insecure about my voice. I've been for a very long time. I've released that insecurity. And every single time I hear like I've released the insecurity of it, but hearing that people like the voice nonetheless is still a surprise to me. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Sound like you got a bad mattress. Yeah, maybe it does sound like way. Maybe getting a new one, getting that specific one, huh, Naomi? Getting that one might be a good idea. Mm. I got mine from IKEA and it was great. Guru, what do you think about mattresses? I'm not a guru, like please, first and foremost, and I don't have too many opinions about mattresses, but I can tell you a story about the best mattress I've ever slept on or had the yeah, and I can just say that. So basically, when I moved to Yangzhou from my second job in Shanghai while I was in China, they moved me into this massive apartment. Like, I guess I have to give like a square footage. Uh, I have absolutely no idea. It was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a big living room, a full kitchen, 2 balconies, one for drying clothes and one for sitting. And my room had an ensuite bathroom as well. To give you an idea of the size of it, right? And I was living there alone, so it was stonks. I was like really satisfied. And the bed they had there was this spring mattress that had this foam cushion on top of it. So it was like this much foam cushion in like a weird like pouchy. I don't know how to say it exactly, but it was a comfortable little package. And then on the springs, and then underneath it was another one of those like cushions. And I swear, like every single time I got onto that bed, I literally felt my body like releasing all of the tension, all of the anguish I was going through, and it was that that spazzy feeling where you just want to like do like a cat and just spaz out on the bed. That's how I felt on that bed every single time, and damn, I look forward to having a bed like that myself. It was the bed that came with the apartment, so I didn't really get to choose, but oh man, being a human being is so strange. Where we have these things, like a bed, like, and it makes such a big difference. It can make such a big difference, literally quality of life changing sort of thing. We don't talk about it, like, yeah, sure, just these things, because we spend a lot of time sleeping. Actually, we do spend a lot of time sleeping, like spending 8 hours of your day, like 1/3 of your life you're spending sleeping, right? May as well invest in your sleeping vehicle. Mm. Sleeping in isolation tanks. I wonder if you can do that. Can you sleep a full 8 hours in a like a float tank? I'm gonna Google that. Or can you one of you friends Google it? I'm really curious. Just for the experience. And next thing I know, I close my eyes. I'm on the Great Wall of China, battling the Huns. No joke. That sounds crazy. Some like astral travel level stuff, my friend. I need to start working out. Do, my friend. Start working out. I can 100% encourage you to do that. Like, if you don't want to go to a gym, just do push-ups as a start. It makes a difference. It really does. I definitely do need something softer than what we currently have. Definitely going to do some research before buying. Still saving up money right now. Definitely worth it. Like, as I said, I definitely think so. I become different people. We are every person at the end of the day, right? Viking Queen. We can't escape it. I also switched from my medication to marijuana and exercise. It has helped me balance because I also have adult ADHD. I think I probably do as well. I don't think it's something we can necessarily escape. It comes with the fast twitch mind, I guess. I'm in a usage trap. It happens, my friend. I think the first thing you really can do is just to become aware. Like and as you already are. So you're taking the first steps, my friend. You're moving towards this realization. And then the second thing you can do is to create like certain times, like make it a reward sort of thing after your day. And that's what I've been trying to do for myself as well, and it has really helped throughout this year with what I want to do, with how I want to spend my time, how I want to think, and just trying to develop personally through this understanding that I have a better relationship with things I usually took for granted. And it's a personal journey, my friend. At the end of the day, we can't really teach each other anything as much as we can guide each other to realizing something ourselves that we always knew. Cheers to that as well. Exercise has also been amazing for my stress management and focus. I can imagine, and I'm always so proud of you, Naomi. Like it makes me so happy. Like just imagining it makes me so happy. I know a lot about Viking. I can see you have 100 of them, my friend. That's crazy. Going to be so weird today, being so off my routine, on vacation on a day I would normally work, and my fiance's parents, not my own apartment. I'm excited to get back to the routine of the gym later though. I can imagine, but take time to relax, Naomi. You've been working hard, you've been cooking. Take some time to just, vacay, calm down, relax, enjoy it. Take life in fully and completely. I never thought about the inner chatter. Wow, it turns into a cycle of never being able to actually relax. Exactly, dude. And especially if you if you're spending time with your username, then it becomes even crazier, because then you have even more access to that information and you're putting that mindset into it constantly. My diet is also an issue. Things that you can take off of your list, my friend. Don't try all of them at the same time. Start with just your diet and continue your normal usage patterns of a substance. And then once you have your diet under wraps, maybe start to spend some time exercising every day. And then the next, and then the next. Just taking small steps towards betterment. And then when you fall back a few steps, you don't, just turn around and walk down the steps again. No, you start just walking up the steps again. It's a constant process. It doesn't mean you don't get to sit down on the steps. You don't have to always make progress. You can sit down on the steps, chillax a bit, take a breath, and then get up the steps again. But never go down the steps, right? It's so simple. Yet we still go down the steps sometimes. Why? What's your ma? Why? Hoekom doen ons dit? The three ways I know how to ask why we do that. Chinese, what's your ma? Why? Why that? Why? Hoekom doen ons dit? Why do we do that? And yeah, why do we do that, my friends? Meditation is key. Meditation helps a lot. It really does. When I have a good day, I get a hankering to bake sweets. That sounds amazing. Hey Mel, hey Edmund, how are you, my friend? I'm happy that you're here with us. I wish I could send you all upside down pineapple cakes. Upside down pineapple cakes sound amazing. I've never even heard about that, actually. Hello everyone. Hey Lazy B, I'm happy that you're here, my friend. I have way too much inner chatter. I don't know if it's anxiety or something undiagnosed. I find cooking and exercise occupies my mind. Maybe this is why I do both. I can imagine, my friend. And that's perfect. That's the perfect way to deal with it as well at the end of the day. Just finding these things that help. As you say, exercise and cooking help you. So practicing these energy fields to calm down, to have that little bit of relaxation, is something that's very necessary. Thank you. Yash, I appreciate the love, my friend. And thank you for the heartwarming as well, Christine. Purple mattresses. I was talking about the purple mattresses that once, about the one ad. Hey, Ant. The one ad that has ever sold me on a product. And it was purple mattresses. Hey, Impossible Night. I'm good, my friend. How are you? I'm happy that you're here with us. I've always wanted one. I hear a lot of people swear by them. I've heard the same thing, Chauvin. I'm convinced. I'm already convinced. I'll pass on sleeping on the floor. It's not something I necessarily imagine myself doing already, but it is something I've considered. I've pondered the idea. Hey, I'm happy that you're here with us, Paul. I'm not sure if you're still here, my friend, but the username TFTRAAV AV is Paul's Garage. He's another streamer friend of ours. I've shown people on Discord my ridiculous body proportions, sleeping or even laying on my back with this butt is so difficult. I can imagine. Gotta gotta definitely imagine like the comfort that a different bed I wonder if it's even possible for us to like all sleep on the same different type of mattresses. Like is there a universal like one shape fits all type of mattress? Because you get like mattresses that go up to like $20,000 and people buy them. So like where do you get a mattress that's like useful for every single body shape and also affordable for like the average person? Mattresses, yeah. Mattresses. Interesting topic. I haven't thought about mattresses much in my life. And yet, there's so much work that goes into them, right? You can imagine. My favorite South African. Hey, Katie. Thank you, my friend. You flatter me. I'm sure I'm not the only South African you know. Nudge, nudge. It's just been about a week or so. Back was hurting until I added a tatami mat. Okay, I'm happy that it helps now, my friend. Like, I wonder if the tatami mat is a placebo effect. Because I can imagine it being. Like, maybe it provides a little bit of cushioning, but I think your body was, like, suffering in pain because of the way that you were, like, sleeping for a while. And then you kind of reached an equilibrium where your body was, like, starting to get used to the pain. And then you, like, added the mat, which, like, kind of boosted your comfort level above the threshold you were reaching in discomfort and being comfortable in your discomfort. So it kind of like bumped you up. Like, am I making sense? I hope so. Do you travel much? Not much, my friend. Not just yet. I hope to one day travel more. Is he really South African? I thought so. I'm really South African, my friend. We love your voice, and I love you, my friends. Thank you. Much better after Tamati Mat, but it's more narrow than my old bed. Probably a good thing. Makes me sleep on my back instead of my side. So, I actually have a thing about that as well, Aaron. I think sleeping on your side is better for you. And, like, so much that I remind myself to sleep on my tattoo side. Like, literally, I'll actually sleep on my, or pretend to sleep on my other side. And then when I get uncomfortable on that side, I'll switch over to this side. And then I'll fall asleep on this side. Because they did a study on, like, primates. And most primates actually sleep on their left sides. And it is something that they do instinctually because of their like gut. So the way your stomach hangs in your body, if you're sleeping on your left side, is beneficial to your digestive tract instead of like forcing the acid down the valve. I know it's weird, but that's how your body works. And it's like fascinating to me because apparently sleeping on your back can have some negative side effects as well. And then sleeping, dude, sleeping is such a big part of our lives. So it's something I'm very fascinated by and I would like to know a little bit more about. Thank you for the gold, Paul. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the hugs as well. Tactful Chemist. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. I feel you know me. I put a pillow under my thighs to ease lower back pain when on my back. We can't get rid of our butts. Damn badonk-donks. No, fortunately you can't. Would be a shame. Man. I'm thinking of a meme, but it's an inappropriate one. That's definitely bigger than my apartment in the New York City. Yeah, exactly, my friend. It was the biggest apartment I've had up to that point as well, especially coming from Shanghai, where it was like maybe 50 cubic meters, not cubic meters, square meters. Yeah, if even less. Like I think maybe even less. It was tiny. I could barely move. I have done that before, Christine. Also helps that my bad knee is sore to put a pillow under. It definitely does. Hey, Lane! I'm happy that you're here with us, my friend. I don't know if you still are. I see I'm a wee bit behind. I have thought about adding a foam topper to the spring mattress for a bit of both worlds. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm sold on it actually, but I don't know if it's the same thing with the purple mattress. So, nudge, nudge. I just woke up again. Well, good morning, my friend. I'm happy that you're awake. Talking about sleeping. Yeah, we are talking about sleeping, my friend. We're talking about sleeping and mattresses and like how it's good for you, basically. The gist of it. I'm averaging 3 to 4 hours a night and it sucks. That's hectic, my friend. I don't know how you do that. I would really suffer. Not for us with severe insomnia issues. I wish there was something I can do to help you with that, my friend, but I have no advice. But this friend of ours is suggesting CBD. I can imagine that might be some good advice. I heard a saying that if it comes between you and the ground, it's worth investing in mattress, shoes, car tires. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. That's right, actually. I like that. Thank you for the energy you're giving me, and thank you for the helpful as well, Lane. I appreciate it, friends. Hello to you. I'm confused about your accent. South African accent. Actually, don't, yeah, unless you want your brain to be mush. Yeah, probably gonna get some serotonin syndrome on that level, dude. I'm guessing South African accent, but I'm not sure. You are right. South African would explain it. Yes, yes. Thought he was Australian at first. Nope. Yes, same. Like a lot of people do think that at first, but it's not the case. We can maybe pass as each other, but I don't curse as much. Doing all right, Mel. Just let's just say it's 100% a Monday. I feel that, my friend. I do feel that actually. Best wishes to everyone. Best wishes to you as well, Tactful. Thank you, my friend. I feel that, Edmund. Yeah, same. Lane, I'm just hoping it's just a Monday and not an indication of how the rest of the week will go. My friend, what you decree is, it's going to be a fantastic week. This is just a Monday, as you said. Just a Monday. Me too, friend. I'm sure the week is only going to get better. Yeah, stonks. Hey, Jesse, I'm happy that you're here, my friend. I had the weirdest nightmare / dream. Devs 100% on Monday. I agree, Edmund. This is something I was recently actually thinking about, Jesse. I was like wondering if you're still having those nightmares. And like nightmares have been something that has fascinated and I wanted to put in air quotes haunted me my whole life. And I've gotten to a point where I'm no longer as perturbed by them, even though I still sometimes wake up with my heart beating. I almost take solace in the ability and the knowledge that I can kind of calm down, focus, and like just focus on my heartbeat and my breath, and then realize that I am okay. But like these nightmares that we have, I wonder how much value is there in them. Like, is there something that we're trying to be taught that we're missing, or how much are we hiding from in those experiences as well? Because at the end of the day, it is a fear response, right? And we know we don't want to live in fear. It's not something that we're actively calling upon our lives. And yet it is definitely something that is projected onto us through media, through some of the content we consume sometimes. Sometimes the things we do to ourselves, even the mindsets we go through. And it's a very interesting phenomenon where we're not learning what we're supposed to be learning, and then building up anxiety because of that, and then it's like a loop again that you're putting yourself through. So I think it's okay that you're having nightmares, and I feel these nightmares are going to lead to you gathering and understanding more about yourself as well. I'm putting a lot of positive energy towards a good week. Same, my friend, for you all, actually. Right now, in this moment, we're putting good energy. Like this is now our Monday moment, right? And if you're doing this and have this positive energy for every day towards the future, it's gonna be additive, stacks up. Eventually, we're going to have to change the world. Can't be helped. Has to be that way. Only up from here. Yes, every day is great. It's what you make of it. Exactly, my friend. I agree completely. Hey, Jesse, sorry to hear about your nightmare. I'm sorry as well, my friend. No, we're here for you if you ever want to talk about it. Good morning, Melton friends. Hey, Justin, I'm happy that you're here, my friend. Nightmares and dreams are fascinating. I've had a lot of screwed up nightmares. There's got to be a meaning behind them. Exactly what I was saying as well, my friend. I feel it. I do feel it. Lane, I definitely think dreams and nightmares have meaning, for sure. Do you people know each other? We're friends. We're friends, my friend. We've been following this journey together, and some of us have been having chats in the Discord server, so we're definitely forming a bond here of friendship. So know each other is a very strong term. Friends with each other, loving each other, definitely I can say. I feel so fortunate that I don't often have nightmares. And when I do, I would call them more anxiety dreams than nightmares. Usually I'm late or I lost something. I feel that as well, actually, my friend. But that's your right side. So yeah, for you it's right side, but it's my left side. I had to think for a second. I was like, am I wrong? No, it's definitely my left side. It's my right side for you maybe, but it's my left side. I've never heard that about the side sleeping. We'll do some looking into that. Please do, Aaron. It's something I was very fascinated by as well. Like, I think there's a YouTube video how primates sleep, or how we're supposed to sleep, or something like that, and it's a pretty fascinating one. They did some good research. Video is reversed. We know each other online. We have a Discord if you want to join. Yes, please do, my friend. And thank you for letting him know, Len. I woke up today, and I'm grateful for that. I'm stronger than the nightmares. You guys always make me feel less anxious when I wake up from a bad one. Thank you so much for opening up and allowing us to do that for you as well, Jesse. If it wasn't for your divinity and allowing us in, then we wouldn't be able to help, even if we wanted to. So thank you for being the way that you are as well, my friend. Left side is good. If you ever have heartburn or acid reflux, laying on your left side will release gas. Exactly, my friend. It's the way your stomach is like placed within inside of your body as well. It's like angled more towards one side of your body than another. It's a pretty cool thing. You remind me of the double rainbow guy. I don't know who the double rainbow guy is, but I like rainbows, my friend. Cheers to rainbows. I'm glad we can help Jesse as well. It's the perfect thing. Having this ability to reach out to people that actually love you and care about you and want to be there for you, it's irreplaceable in my opinion. I have heard that before. I had super bad heartburn and acid reflux, and I definitely think it's worse when I end up on my right side. It definitely is. So, like, if maybe I can do a little bit of an example. So if your stomach is like this, right, and you're laying on your left side, then it's like laying towards this end. So the stuff, and there's like a tube coming up here. So everything is laying in this thing. So there's no pressure on this. But when you're laying on your right side, all of this liquid is pressing directly on this valve, this tube right here. So since your stomach has acid in it, it's not something that your body really wants to be in a position of constantly having that force of something that is abrasive or acidic pressing on your organs. So that's why it's better to sleep on your left side. Only CBD with Delta 8 helps me sleep. I've heard so much about Delta 8, but I've never experienced it. Test it out, Edmund. It definitely helps. I hope that it helps, my friend. Like, it's so cool that we can learn these things, even though like it's something that you don't really think about as like, groundbreaking knowledge, and yet it's something that can be so useful. Yeah, Melt. I don't really talk about with anyone but you guys. I usually try to just forget it and move on. I need to get back to journaling about them to understand them better. My friend, like, that is definitely something that sounds like a great idea to me, but you don't have to add any pressure on yourself or like shame because you have not been doing something or another. You are completely warranted in your ability to process this information as well, because it's something that you are actively dealing with, right? And thank you for sharing it with us as well. I do appreciate it. I do think it will eventually pass as well, definitely with some work. As you said, understanding them better is going to be the best way to do that. Word, I have wild dreams and nightmares last night too. Also been having lots of vivid dreams for the last several weeks. I'm starting to see a pattern here because I've been having the same things, but I feel like Naomi definitely hit it on the head with her anxiety dreams. If I get close to a nightmare, I'm getting closer to anxiety dreams than nightmares really, and Like for me, it's also that way. I still believe there's value in them because I try and focus on my ability to calm myself down, and that is something I take pride in. I take solace in. I feel it's a better word, actually. Yes, you're correct. Thank you, my friend. I don't know what you're saying I'm correct about, but I'm happy you agree. I don't think there's any subjective 100% truth. There's always gray areas, but we try to be as correct as we can be, right? And that's all we can do at the end of the day. A friend of mine used to journal about his dreams and nightmares. Only instead of written journals, he keep the voice messages, voice message recordings as the journal. I was doing that as well for a while, Edmund, but I felt I was remembering less if I was doing it that way, because I was like kind of in a daze when I recorded them, and I only understood or remembered them once I re-listened to them. And I guess maybe that's the point. Maybe. I rarely recall my dreams. I also don't recall my dreams that much anymore, and I feel it definitely has something to do with the marijuana I'm smoking before I go to bed. Helped him get the dreams recorded before he forgot them while writing it out. Yeah, I can imagine that, because like the writing out process can be a little bit tedious and distracting as well. Your pen doesn't work properly for a second, and you're like getting angry, and then whoop, everything is gone. I've had that happen, actually. You're like a secret cult member. No, my friend. We are friends on Reddit. There's like no barrier to entry, no one being excluded, no limitations on what is being talked about, no direction we're trying to push each other in. Just the understanding that we're loved, and that there's people that care about us. And you're loved, and people care about you as well, my friend. I think I'm going to get out of bed and actually start my day. It was nice to chat with you guys. I may test out a quick stream idea. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. Please do, Lane. I'm looking forward to it, my friend. Thank you for sharing with us. I had a dream last night about finding money in my winter jacket. I thought it was real. Man, like I love how like something like that is also like really fascinating and so satisfying as well. Like if you, like for instance, let's say you knew you had two $50 notes in your... Do you have $50 notes? I hope so. You have two $50 notes in your wallet, right? And you open your wallet and you see two $50 notes. That's going to be like a, okay, I'm happy that my two $50 notes are still in my wallet type of experience. But if you're like putting on a jacket in a rush to get out of the house, and you're like, going through your day, maybe you're like at a food cafeteria or something, your hands are cold, you put your hands in your pockets, and you feel something in your pocket, and you take it out, and it's two $50 notes. Now, like, you're having a good day. Like, now you're like top of the world. Technically, that two $50 notes was still the money that you've had. It wasn't in your wallet, as it usually was. It was just in your jacket. And yet, you just like, bump your appreciation of that moment because it's something that was unexpected. And that realization that we like the unexpected significantly more than we like having things be the way that we expect them to be is exactly why shit happens that we don't want to happen sometimes. Because if you're going to have the unexpected happen in your life, the unexpected in a bad way is also going to happen in your life. That's inescapable. It's not something that you can really pick or choose. So coming to that like real acceptance, surrendering of your your intention or your need to really do things or change things or experience things in a certain random way is never going to be something that's possible. So all we can do is just accept the randomness of it and actually appreciate it for what it is. And that is exactly what we want as well, actually. Those things we call katlachters. Katlachters. The direct translation of that is cat laughers. Ugh, man, that sounds so bad. They laugh at cats. Like, that's what their name translates as. Because they make that sound, it's like they're laughing at cats at the ground level. Like a laughing sound. It's kind of hilarious. I was disappointed. Disappointed by what, my friend? That's actually a great idea, Edmund. A voice journal would be easy to keep up with. It would, because it doesn't take you as much time. You press one button and you speak into it, and it is a helpful tool to actually try and get it done. Definitely, Jesse. I hope I can help you. That's very nice of you, my friend. I think you are. We're actively helping each other, right? Is this the dancing dude? Yeah, my friend. That is one of the masks I guess I'm wearing, right? Oh, look at me dancing. Oh, look at me cutting leaves from flowers. Oh, look at me talk. Oh, look at me. Are we anything, my friend? Are we anything other than what we are in this moment, right? I'm just a person. Just another person on planet Earth. Very happy to be as well. I don't know if you can hear that fox. Or jackal. I don't know if jackal is the English word actually, but we call them yakulsa. That's technically the word we have for them. But I think it's a fox, just like a normal fox. Mm-hmm. Mind dancing. Yeah, definitely mind dancing today. One anxiety dream I had that I remembered was being back in high school and just could not find my locker, even though I'm now 10 years out of high school. Man, the high school dreams get me as well sometimes. For me, it's usually this experience of like being in a classroom environment and like I think saying something and everybody like kind of looking at me and me like being in that moment and like not understanding if I said something I wasn't supposed to say, and then just like feeling into that moment like what the fuck is going on, like and then I wake up and I'm like why why you do this, brain? What did I do to deserve this experience? Finally caught you. Hey, the PBGB. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. Like as you said, finally. Here we are. Technically, this stream is later than it is supposed to be. Like technically, I would have ended the stream by the time that you're here right now. So I feel it was literally divine intervention that things happened the way that they did so that you can be here in this moment. And thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here with us. I'm happy that you're here. And thank you for spending some time with me. The typical anxiety dream, like, man, I hope no one notices I'm not wearing pants. Yeah, like one of those. You're just like walking around pantsless. Like the first time I had that no pants dream was when I was, I think, 7 years old. I was still living in Rustenburg and I was like a grade 1 student. And I was like still wearing tidy whities as a little kid. And I remember just like strutting up. Like I even tucked my shirt into my tidy whities. So I like kind of claimed it, and I just kind of like strutted into the school, walked like past the matrix, or not the matrix, the grade 7s. So to you they looked like absolute behemoth adults, but in reality they were 13-year-old kids. And I just remember like them looking at me, like really intensely looking at me, and it was like such a surreal experience. And I just kind of like walked to the classroom, woke up again. I was like, you know what? I'm happy that didn't actually happen. I'm gonna make sure to keep my pants on. Also, I have dreams. I need to go to the bathroom in real life. That I cannot find a bathroom. Or the stalls are occupied or locked. Oh, another one of those anxiety dreams where you're like, you feel powerless. Those powerless dreams is something that can definitely get you as well, because it's not something you necessarily have too much power over, and it's like this looping effect as well. You're like, oh, there's this need, I can't satisfy this need, what am I supposed to do? Oh, and then this need gets reminded again, like, oh, there's this need, da, 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 da. And it's like, I think it's the loops. It's usually the loops. Like in some way, a nightmare is like some sort of loop that you're getting caught in, and it like quickly turns you into like a nervous wreck. You seem like the yo-yo master who just keeps yo-yoing. You got some good vibes going. Thank you, my friend. That is the first time I've heard the yo-yo master reference. I do enjoy a good yo-yo session, but I wouldn't ever not even for a split second consider myself a yo-yo master, but I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. I do want to like play with a yo-yo right now, though. You have planted the seed, my friend. In an alternate life, Meltmore is actually just a yo-yo champion that like goes all over the world, just schooling kids on yo-yos. I have the anxiety dreams where I'm driving to work or school and everything is stopping me. Like a bridge collapses and block the roads and this ridiculous shit like that. Oh, man, exactly. And again, it's that powerlessness dream, right? Where you're being reminded there's this need. Oh, I need to get to school, or I need to get to work, and then you're being hit with this. Okay, there's nothing I can do, and then you feel powerless, and then that powerlessness feeling like kind of brings you down, and then you get reminded again of the, oh, you need to be at work, you need to be at school, and then it's like this like literally your mind grinding yourself to mush. I also had the late for the bus dreams. I don't think I've ever dreamed about driving though. Have I dreamed about driving? I have. I've dreamt a lot about driving actually. Usually like type of ragey driving style, where I'm like also like stuck, I guess. Usually like I need to like actually getting home. For me, it's not so much even going to work or anything like that, but just actually going home. Like it was like it was so like infuriating when I was like working as a salesman, because I had to work in like the more dense parts of the city, and then when it was time for me to go home, there was thick traffic, which would like extend my drive home by like an hour. So where I had like maybe 3 hours to myself at night, which I could do something like cook for myself and then eat something, I was like now deprived of, if you will. And I was like, oh, dude, I just want to get home, cook something, and then go to sleep. And I have to sit in this traffic. And that is also, I guess, it's also again the feeling powerless in that moment, not being able to do anything about it, but just kind of sit there and deal with it. Work meeting complete, and I'm here, made it. I'm happy that you're here, Dan. Thank you for sharing the space with us, my friend. We're still on for our call. I'm just gonna have to, yeah, just do the thing I usually do directly after the stream. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. Wait. I don't know if you saw that bug just flew close to my face. It was kind of like, I hope that my A always chased them away. Mine starts in my bedroom looking for something like my keys, and I never make it out the door. Then I wake up already feeling late. Again, that anxiety where you're, whoa, is my shirt getting smaller? Where you're feeling like that heart beating experience, right? That like extreme, something needs to happen right now. But I think the best thing that you can do in that space is just sit, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and literally like feel your heart slowing down, because you can literally feel your heart slowing down. Boom, boom, boom. You are very wise, sir. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Thank you, my friend. Have a good day. I appreciate you greeting us. Buy 100 tabs. Yes, yo. There's the clock just moves incredibly fast. And the clock just moves incredibly fast. Oh, where you're like late and the clock moves even faster, compounding your lateness. It's pretty trippy. And it's weird how our brain doesn't actually understand time, and not in dreams necessarily. And one of the surefire ways of knowing you're dreaming is to actually look at a clock, to try and imagine a clock as a watch or on a wall or something like that, and try to read the time. Your brain is usually like kind of like wobbly about that fact. Waking up wide-eyed with a sharp inhale, like I'm late, and it's like 10 minutes before the alarm goes off. Not enough to actually fall back asleep. Yeah, like I feel maybe sometimes the waking up naturally can be good as well. Not necessarily if you're waking up with the notion of like I'm late and you're like already panicking, but maybe there's like a balance there to be found. Oh, I just remembered. a dream that I like recently had. Like I've been very fascinated by vertical farming, and it's something that's pretty cool actually. It's really efficient, if you will. And I was dreaming about planting wheat plants in that type of environment and how it actually worked. Hmm. It doesn't, but it was a fascinating dream. Now that I think about it, waking up. Oh, I've already read that comment. Mm, 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 mosquitoes. Anyone have dreams of large waves crashing on the beach? I've never had a dream about large waves crashing on the beach. Actually, like I haven't been to the beach much in my life. Interestingly enough, and it is something I want to do a little bit more of in my life as I go into it, because I think I've maybe been to the beach like 6 times in my entire life, and not for more than a week at a time, really. So less than 8 weeks in my entire life spent at the beach, which I guess maybe isn't that little. Maybe I'm just tripping. But I you know what I'm talking about. I do want to see the beach a little bit more. It is something I enjoy, and I really enjoy snorkeling as well. Something that's so fascinating to me, seeing the underworld lives. So I'm definitely gonna do some more of that. Mm. Aaron, I can't say I have. Usually picturing crashing waves is like counting stars for me. Okay, that's really cool actually. Aaron, yes, they may be a Kali dream. Oh, I don't know what that means, but that sounds like some witchy shit. Magic. It's not fun, but it's okay. I just gotta laugh at myself first thing in the morning. Yeah, you just realize, man, I'm such a powerful being that I can completely trip myself into a place of anxiety just with the power of my mind. Because we can. We're pretty cool actually in that way. I know the feeling, Giovanna. Yeah, loving the sunset. It is some nice colors, huh? It is beautiful, and this is like it's interesting how this light also changes as well. I guess it doesn't change its brightness, but how efficient or how useful it is for this application. Because in the middle of the day, I don't think it contributes that much, but now I would be like completely invisible if it wasn't for this thing. I use like gone. Mm. Is one of my favorites and most one of my favorite and most recurring dreams. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about reoccurring dreams, then I definitely have a story as well. For me, one of my reoccurring dreams is this sensation where I'm like walking, usually weirdly enough, in a shopping mall. I'm walking in this shopping mall. Whoa! Excuse me. I'm walking in this shopping mall, and then suddenly, like I'm stepping on the air, and then I'm like becoming a little bit more buoyant, and then I feel my body floating up, and then I fall down again, and then I can like push my hands down, and then as I push my hands down, it like creates this buoyancy sense of me again, and then I'm like pitter pattering, like almost like not moonwalking, but moon jumping, if you will, like through the shopping mall, and it's fantastic, and that's like one of the most reoccurring dreams I get. Sometimes I get it like in a nature setting. The first place I ever got it was when I was, I think, a 6-year-old kid, and I had it like at our school. I dreamt it was at our school, and I was like walking down, those paved areas with the small little roofing across them. I was like walking down one of those little roads or paths or whatever, and I was like walking past those little poles that kept the roof up, and I felt myself like pulling on one of the poles, and as I pulled, I started like became a little bit buoyant, and then I realized I had this ability to push down. And it's interestingly enough a dream my dad also has a lot, and it's a reoccurring dream that my dad also has. And when I told him about that as a kid, he was so fascinated and like curious about the fact that we have these similarities, like the way we look, the way we talk, the way we walk, and we have these similarities in dreams as well. Dreams are cool, my friends. It's definitely something that's fascinating. This morning I was playing a song that starts with "Every night I dream the same dream of getting older and older all the time. And then you're waking up to that dream being reality. Aaron, Aaron and I are both from California, so waves are probably a stronger imagery for us, definitely. And that's something that's interesting to me as well, because it is about like the places that we get born and we get raised, and the way that we experience, like, senses of serenity. Like for one person, it's these crashing waves, right? And for me and my father, it was this ability to kind of float above the world instead of being dragged down by gravity. So it's definitely some correlation in the way that we experience life, like prior to it, and then the dreams we have because of it as well. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. I appreciate you. Jesse, I'm from the East Coast beaches. The Atlantic is definitely a different monster than the Pacific. It's so cool though as well, because we kind of think of the sea as just, the sea, and yet we have like these different water types. Like there's literally a line where the two oceans meet each other. They don't really want to mix, and that's crazy as well. That really like absolutely fascinates me, actually. Edmund, I've never been to the East Coast beach. Rumor has it the water is warmer than here. I didn't know that either. Like, we will have to have Edmund confirm. I see he commented, but I'm gonna read your ones. Dude, that was a reoccurring dream of mine too. I called it the bubble walking. I call it, like, I don't think I've ever, like, named it, but I do like the word bubble walking, actually. It does feel like bubble walking, eh, Jovan? Like, you have these bubbles that form underneath your body and just kind of, like, make you, like, a little bit more buoyant, and then you can kind of pop them and you kind of, like, sink down again, and then you can kind of like make more bubbles underneath you, and it's really fascinating, kind of fun dream to have. I've never been to the West Coast beach. My Connecticut beaches were probably not warmer than your Kali water. I'd imagine that applies more the further south of the East Coast you go. I wouldn't be surprised. It's really cool though. I'm fascinated by it. Like, the light is attracting some bugs now. My phone is on 7%. It's actually doing pretty good. I think it may last like a solid hour and 15 minutes. No, even more. Maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So the normal stream time. I'm pretty fascinated. Good evening, Estian. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you as well, Jeff. Or Bro V. Thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate your presence. I had to postpone the stream by like 50 minutes because my phone didn't charge, unfortunately, and so the plans had to change. So it's now definitely a little bit later, still streaming. I'm probably gonna have to go to bed a little bit later. Estian, yeah, Estian is my name, my mains name, as you will. Estian is my human name, if you will. Meltmore is my pen name, my creative name, my separate name, if you will, as well. Like a name that can be our name, not just my name alone. Where the name I was given, Estian, is the name that I associate all of my previous experiences with. And the name Meltmore is all of the experiences we're building from here. The messages we're trying to embody, the life we're trying to lead. It definitely is something I'm doing with the most intention possible. Jeff, what's up, man? There we go. It's night there. Yeah, I've already answered that comment. Estian. Yep. Re-uploaded the first Meltmore Moments video. Last one stalled out for some reason. Should be uploaded by the time you wake up. I'm looking forward to it, Bro V. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, Jeff. You've given name. Yeah, my friend. Weren't you here for day 100? I guess it's now 9 days back. But we actually shared our names with each other, my friend. Since a lot of you friends have shared your names with me as well, I felt it was just fair that I share mine as well. My creative stage name is Elliot Lewis. I like to joke that my band would be Elliot Lewis and the Fake News. That sounds so cool, my friend. Elliot Lewis. I like that. I like Bro V as well, though, my friend. Bro V is like, it's catchy, right? Something you can remember. But Elliot Lewis, I feel is very distinguished. Look at this distinguished gentleman. Yes. Look at the way that he's sitting. Very distinguished. Man, it makes me happy. Like names. Names is something that fascinates me. It's something that I can like talk about for so long. And the coolest thing about names for me really is the fact that you're like calling yourself into existence. Every single time that you're saying your own name, you're like literally like making almost like an existence statement. Like, here I am. Here is Meltmore. Here is Estian. Here is Jeff. Here is Javan. Here is Edmund. Here is Dan. I don't know if you're still here, Dan. Here we are. Like, by saying your name, you're proclaiming to the universe that you are unequivocally, undeniably, here I am. And it's amazing. And we get to choose as well, which is cool. Those are my middle names. Okay, Elliot Lewis. So, Jeff, Elliot, Lewis. Are they family names? I'm curious, my friend, because I also have some family names like that almost. Not quite like that, but you know what I'm talking about. What are you working on? I must have missed this one. So, like, actually, Javan, I'm happy that you asked. I created another Meltmore Moments channel where I'm going to upload, like, not me specifically, actually, with the help of Jeff, Bro V, Elliot Lewis. I'm going to upload smaller bits of these streams, more digestible, if you will, streams to YouTube under the Meltmore Moments page. Because instead of it being all of Meltmore and more and more and more, it's just the Meltmore Moments, smaller little snippets. And yeah, it's going up right now. So the first little video, I definitely think it might be a good way to reach more friends. Because I understand it might be a little bit difficult to kind of tune in and watch a whole hour and 20-minute stream. I commend you, friend. If you're sitting here right now, I'm talking to you. If you're sitting here right now watching like an hour, like 1 hour and 13 minutes in, you're the man, my friend. You're the man, or the woman, obviously, or the non-binary, or the them, they, or the okay. I'm sorry. I respect every single person's opinion of what they want to be called. I don't mean to take a piss, make a joke, but I love you all, and I want you to know that regardless of the words I use to communicate sometimes, but I do want to tell a joke. How do non-binary ninjas kill people? They slash them. I know it's bad, but it's low key good. Like it's just so modern. Like, imagine telling that joke to someone 20 years ago. They'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But now we can understand stuff like this. Freaking pop culture. Jeffrey Elliot Lewis Brovey. Elliot is my grandmother's maiden name. Lewis is my grandfather's name. Thanks for asking. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Knowing more about you makes me feel closer to you still. It's an amazing experience. Thank you for sharing with me. My middle name is a family name, but I rarely tell people because it is something that often trips people in trying to say or especially spell. I believe it was my great grandmother's name. Now I'm very curious, Naomi. What is this fiended or fabled name that you're talking about? I'm still here. I'm happy, Dan. Thank you for still being here, my friend. Dan, here I am. Here we are. Got him. Yeah, get him. I joke that I'm in the Meltmore Scribe. In the Meltmore Scribe. Man, that's a trippy thought. Thank you for that thought. But I don't want to go that far, my friend. I'm happy that you're part of this journey. And thank you so much for being willing to help me. I love that. That's a great idea. Thank you for being here with me, my friends. I appreciate you approving as well, Jovan. Thank you for the party train, my friend. Thank you for the party train. Did I say Johan? I meant Dan. And thank you for the party train, Jeff. Or I should say the full one. Jeff Elliott Lewis Brovey. Come to the dinner table right now. Have your parents ever done that to you? I'm curious. Because my parents have not once, ever in my entire life, used my entire name to kind of call me to a place to, like, scold me or something. But like, have they done that to you? Because it's something that fascinates me as well. Is it something that was intimidating? Because I've always, seen it happen in the movies or the shows, and it's like, oh no, my mom just said my full name. Now I'm gonna die or whatever. But it's not so much a thing that's ever happened to me. I think I might have just drank bug, but oh well. I'm sure he didn't drink a lot. That's a cool name, Naomi. Telania. Telania. That's a very Afrikaans sounding name, actually. Telania. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with us, actually, Naomi. Telania. No. NU. Just your scribe. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Now I'm like imagining like I don't know if any of you've seen it, but there's this new Dota series out. And this like Dragon Knight has this scribe as well. That's just this absolute like fun character to watch as well, and it makes me happy. My middle name is much more basic than my first and my last name. You have so Edmund, and your last name is Tarantino, right? Tarantino, Edmund Tarantino. So I wonder, what is your middle name, and could it be that simple? Is it like a three-letter type of name, or a 4-letter type of name? I'm curious now. Toot toot, party train, all aboard, my friends. It's getting kind of late. There's 2% battery left. I'm happy that I'm still here. But if I bonk out, it's because my battery died, and I'll be able to get all of the other things done. Oh, I'm an hour behind. This voice inside my head is like, shut up, dude. I know. No. I'll sleep an hour later. It's fine. It's more Tilania. Oh, that is very unique. Thank you for sharing. Tilania. That's really cool. And again, in the A sound, the Naomi, right? Name is joke in the absolute best way possible, right? It's so bad. Yes, it's so kind of like ironically good. Yes, constantly my dad used to say it. It's funny when you would trip up on it since it's a mouthful. It is a mouthful, and thank you for sharing that with me as well, my friend. That's hilarious. I looked up what names meant. Kendake, which is my mother's queen name, is for the ancient African kingdom of Kush. Ooh, that's really cool, Viking queen. Thank you. Jessie Lynn is my name. Very basic, but my mom's name and my sister is unisex names. Ah, there's a bug on me. Unisex names, in case we have gay or trans or more tomboy girls. She was so thoughtful for her time. That is really thoughtful. Again, that's really beautiful as well. Thank you for sharing that, Jessie. Jessie is a beautiful name nonetheless. Male or female name. I'm not kidding, Lamar. I have no like laugh in my. Even though I find it like very comical. I find it absolutely beautiful as well. And thank you for telling that, Viking Queen. I love it, Naomi. You have beautiful names. Yes, she does. My middle name is James. Okay, James. James is nice as well, my friend. Edmund James. Edmund James Tarantino. Thank you for sharing, my friend. I remember being in elementary school, trying to spell it, and my mom just said, spell it how it sounds. And I did not help at that age. Yeah, not at all, actually. That's so cool, Jesse. It really is. Candace is my name, not Candake. I was about to say, I wondered about the Candake. I was like, that's an interesting name as well, Candace. Thank you, my friend, for correcting yourself as well. Your mom sounds sweet. I love moms. My name is Jovan Ale. Uli. Okay. Early? Is it early? I think it's early. It's fun to write. Jovan Ali. Jovan Ali. I think it's that way. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. I love learning everyone's names. This is great. It really is. I'm probably going to have a hard time remembering all of it, but it's fantastic to know. What's up, Meld? How's it going? It's Destructor Disc. Hey, Destructor Disc. I'm doing well, my friend. My phone is on 1%, so if I bonk out, that's why. I love you, friends. Thank you for being here with me for as long as you were. Yo, Meld, my man, good to see your face. Good to see your username, my friend. Dog Jellyfish, I'm happy that you're here with me, my friend. Thank you for being here in the last moments of the stream. It's cool to hear my name spoken across the world in South Africa, right? I'm projecting your existences, all of your existences, into South Africa in this moment, literally creating you. Putting the energy fields out that have been put out by you to announce yourself as well. Edmund, your name sounds powerful out loud. Yeah, Edmund. It's like this authoritative name. Trying to guess what the YouTube thumbnail is going to say. Names or sleep? You're good, man. You're really good, Jovan, because I was thinking about that as well. And I think it's gonna be sleep. That's kind of like what I've settled on with my heart as well. Man, you're really good, Jovan. That trips me up actually. Man, Jovan, your name is unique. It really is. I love your name actually. Edmund James commands attention. It really does. Edmund James. Jeff, thank you, brother. Thank you, friends. Have you stopped smoking? I've stopped smoking on these streams, friend. I did. But not stop smoking completely. Same. I love Javon. It's such a cool name. It really is. Keep creating every day, my man. I will. Dog Jellyfish. We're not being stopped. I'm gonna do this if nothing stops me forever. I want to. I really do want to. Mine's easy to remember. Candace Queen. Candace Queen of Kingdom Kush. 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 Try and say that 5 times quickly. My phone is probably gonna die in a few seconds, my friend. Hey, Salty. I'm happy that you're here. Late night streams? Yeah, it's a late night stream because I had to stream a little bit later. My phone was not completely charged, and it's probably going to die very soon. But I want to see it through. 44% of battery lasts about 1 hour and 23 minutes, and now we know that. Stonks to knowledge. I posted a picture of me as a kid in the Discord. You guys gotta check it out. I look forward to seeing it, Jesse. Man, Queen of Kingdom Kush. I love it. Me too. I love you, friends. Thank you again. Thank you so much for being here with me for as long as you were. Thank yous. I was really insecure about it growing up because I hated correcting everyone when they mispronounced it. I answered to anything now. Oh, Jovan. I hope I'm saying it correctly at least. Much love, Estian. Much love, Melt Fam. Hope you'll have a wonderful day ahead, all of you. Thank you, my friends. I hope the same thing for you. This is just a Monday. What we decree is it's going to be a good one, and it's going to be a good week, and we're going to create more love, more understanding, more compassion, more empathy into this world, and we're going to, little by little, drop by drop, ripple by ripple, change this entire place. We can't be stopped. This is the way. We're just constantly moving forward, taking steps, literally helping people in the same way that we want to be helped, teaching the world the things that we want to learn, experiencing the things that we want more of. And this is the way, my friends. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me. The phone just died. I have a lot to do. I love you. Thank you for sharing this space with me.